Bandcamp versus Patreon. Two of the most popular platforms for music artists and creators to monetize their work and connect with their fans. But which one is better? Bandcamp versus Patreon. It depends on your goals. So let's find out. Let's break it down. So first off, let me say this. I respect both platforms because what they're doing for the music industry is empowering artists that are independent to take control of their careers and make money from their passions. So they're creating a direct relationship between artists and fans, which is essential in today's market. So no matter which platform you choose, you are already ahead of the game. But there are some differences between Bandcamp and Patreon. Bandcamp is more of a music streaming and distribution platform where you can upload your music, set your own prices, and sell it to your fans. Boom, done. You can also offer merch, tickets, and subscriptions, and you get paid instantly. Bandcamp takes a 15% cut. So that's 15% of your digital sales and 10% cut of your merch if you choose to sell merch, like shirts and sweaters and things like that, which is pretty reasonable compared to other platforms. And what I do is I just charge the difference. They charge 15%, then you charge an extra 15%, particularly for merch, because maybe it's more expensive and you want to be reasonable with your pricing. Depends how you want to do it. You got options. Patreon, on the other hand, is how you want to do it. But the options, it's more of a crowdfunding and membership platform where you can offer exclusive content and perks to your fans in exchange for a monthly fee. But you can set different tiers of support. So from $1 to $100 or more. Provide different rewards. You can offer whatever you want. For the most part, you have stuff like early access. Some people offer behind the scenes, extra content, live streams, and more. So Patreon takes a 5% cut of your earnings, plus some payment processing fees, which vary depending on where you're from, what country you're operating from. So which one should you use? Well, it depends. Again, your goals. So your audience, your content, what is it about? Where's it going? Who's it aimed for? If you want to focus on selling your music and merch, then you may have a large and loyal fan base. And you know that Bandcamp might be a better option for you. You can make more money per sale and you can reach more potential fans through Bandcamp's discovery features and community. They do have a good, strong community. I like that about Bandcamp. If you want to focus on creating exclusive and engaging content, and I notice this is for the artist who's always working on something, who needs a foundation, some kind of sustainability when it comes to funding those projects that they're constantly working on. Patreon might be a better option for you because you can make more money per fan and you can build a stronger relationship with your supporters because they have all those options to reward your supporters and keep that relationship going. Those communication tools and feedback mechanisms, they work. Of course, you can also use both platforms or neither, something else entirely. I think the point is to experiment, to find out what works best for you and your fans. There's no one size fits all solution. So there's no right or wrong answer. The only thing that matters is that you're creating value for your fans. Bandcamp is more of a music streaming and distribution platform now where you can listen and upload music and you can set your own prices and you can sell it to your fans. They even have merch. You can design and sell on their site, tickets, subscription. Camp takes a 15% cut. Sometimes they have these things on Fridays where they give you a larger percentage of whatever you sell, but it's for the most part, you can expect a 15% cut out of all your sales and a 10% cut of your merch sales. So what I do in that case, when I've sold in that platform, I just take the price to where it needs to be. So their cut doesn't affect my cut. So that's always an option. Patreon, on the other hand, and this is where I'm at building that. It's more of a crowdfunding and membership platform. So you can offer exclusive content and perks to your fans in exchange for a monthly fee. And you can do all kinds of stuff and provide fans and supporters or whoever with all kinds of reasons to support you. Whether I know Patreon is popular for podcasts, but there are musicians on there. And if you're a musician with a podcast, that's even better. You can set different tiers of support from $1 to $100 or more and provide different rewards. So If you have early access, you can provide behind the scenes live streams and more. Patreon takes a 5% cut of all your earnings, plus some payment processing fees, but it varies depending on the amount varies depending on what country you're in, and a 10% cut of your merch sales. So what I do in that case, when I've sold in that platform, I just take the price to where it needs to be. So their cut doesn't affect my cut. So that's always an option. It's unlimited amount of things you can offer on your Patreon page. And Patreon's been around a long time. There are other paid options where they offer you more things. For the most part, you can do everything you need to do and more with Patreon than you can do on the average platform, which is not really too many competitors. The one that you should use out of Patreon and Bandcamp, it really depends on your goals and your audience and your content. And if you want to focus on selling your music and merch, and if you have a large, loyal fan base, Bandcamp might be a better option for you. You can make more money per sale and you can reach more potential fans through Bandcamp's discovery features and community. So it's a whole thing. If you want to focus on creating exclusive and engaging content and consistently need that support because you're a consistent creator, always creating, and you want a foundation to work from, Patreon might be better. It might be too good. I originally thought it was too many options on there and didn't think I had enough perks to offer people. But I went on there and I looked at all the top artists. I noticed that some people are making $100,000 a month. Some people are making $50,000 a month, which shocked the shit out of me, actually, because I didn't think I'd see that. When you sign up, you can see you can see how many patrons, call them patrons, people have, how many people are supporting the current people on the platform, and podcasters with $100,000 a month, musicians. Not a lot of musicians. There's a lot of podcasts on there, but some musicians, $30,000 a month. It's very interesting because everybody making about $70,000 a month, they're getting maybe $5 a month from however many people. You can do the math on that. I don't know, 1,000 people or whatever. But it was just a thing. Is this really real? How did they do that? So I'm looking at these profiles and I'm noticing, okay, they made you don't have to provide something that's just unreasonable within the means of being an independent artist. And people that are supporting you on that platform know that, and they don't expect you to. So they're willing to give you $5 a month just because if they fuck with you, they fuck with you, and it's not a lot of money. And there's people out there that will give you that. It's just a matter of putting in the work. I've been on other platforms. One thing with Bandcamp I'll say is their customer service sucks. I had my Bandcamp hacked and deleted, and I had about 2,000 email subscribers on there that I built through the years. You know, it's just started gaining momentum and selling my music on Bandcamp. And it's a long story, but it was hacked and deleted. I wasn't totally sure what happened. I reached out to customer support several times, no response. They just don't respond. They're just one of those companies. It's just weird because I know a couple other people who had some issues, not mine, but separate issues, and they weren't able to get in contact with them. And one person who did get in contact with somebody from Bandcamp, they just sent them kind of probably a copy paste template email because he got the same one 3 times. He's asking a specific question and they were just sending him the same answer, not switched up, it was just copy paste. I don't know what they're doing in Bandcamp, but for the most part, they're probably, I don't want to speak for majority of people, but I don't know how many people have had problems with them. I haven't looked into it or anything, but that rubbed me the wrong way. But for the most part, I haven't seen too much. I haven't seen anything bad about Patreon, to be honest. I've seen it grow through the years. It's very consistent. And that's very important because you can have a new platform that comes out and it's supporting artists. I've seen a lot of them and then they just go away. They can't hang or they get bought out. I was with Koji, which was a new popular platform, but they haven't been around 3 years and they actually had good backers, but I wanted to wait before I actually started putting a link out there. and having people donate to something that I'll never get. The most vital thing we can do is really just sell music from our own website. That's number one, going straight to the consumer, straight to the fans. I know we take advantage of these platforms because the platforms often bring the audience to us because people are familiar with these platforms. There may be people on the platforms looking for artists like us, but at the end of the day, we can sell music from our own website and we can stream from our own platform, which may be a little bit more work, but I think it's worth it. Because if we go by there's this 1,000 fan theory, we can get into another time, but it only takes a certain amount of supporters for you to make a certain amount of money to live the certain lifestyle that you want.
My Music Publisher.